Hey true believers, welcome back to the web. I know it has been a while, but I've been looking forward to making this video for quite some time. I've had this box since last year, so for a while now. In here is a set of shell and lenses from Sensational, or Zach Inglis over on Instagram. I don't know if he prefers just to be called Sensational, so for the sake of this video I will just stick to referring to him as Sensational. If you don't know who Sensational is, he's a very good Spider-Man cosplayer who also makes Faceshell lenses for sale. I'm subscribed to his Patreon, and on there he did a sort of like a contest to win a pair of finished shell and lenses from him. I entered, I won, I got them, and then I sat on them for quite some time. Life happened, and I sat on them longer, but here we are now. I'm gonna make this video for you guys, unboxing it and looking at it. I mean, honestly, it's if you want to know the verdict, you should buy from him when he has slots available. I mean, I'm not expecting to open this and be like, oh no, it sucks. Like, any photos, anything I've ever heard is that his craftsmanship is like insane. I've been following him for a while. I've always wanted a pair from him. I have a pair on the way from him because if you subscribe to him long enough on Patreon, you will get them as a free reward. So, you know, really, I'm just shilling for him in this video. Like, you should go sub to his Patreon. Sub there for like 10 months. Get yourself a pair of shell and lenses for free. Why not? I don't know. So I am going to open them, though, and show them off for you because I don't know how many people have actually done this. I don't know what the market is for doing this. But I'm excited to look at them. I am sure they're going to be fantastic. I know they're going to be scaled to my head because I sent him measurements. So, yeah. That's really what this video is about to be. I will also reveal a suit that I'm going to be using these lenses for at the end here. You can go ahead and skip ahead if you just want to see the suit, which is also another reason that I waited to make this video, because I wanted the suit that these lenses kind of go along to. Honestly, I don't remember what these lenses are. I keep wanting to say they're Ottleys, but I don't think they were Ottleys. So, yeah, I'm gonna show them off to you. We're gonna get this unboxing underway. I've rambled enough. It's been a while though. How you doing? How are the kids? Expertly packed, as to be expected, with bubble. Feels kind of hefty. Feels like a sturdy shell. I'm not shocked. I've seen him do like drop tests of this stuff where he just like hurls them onto the floor. At least I'm pretty sure that was him. It might have been BKK. I feel like I've seen BKK do that with some of his too, where he's like, I'm testing the resistance, and then he just like pelts it on the floor. Oh, my dog's losing it. So yeah, I'm not expecting to look at these and be like, oh, they suck or anything. So it's not really like a traditional review. It really is just like more of an unboxing process for those who are interested in commissioning him. I know he has like limited slots and they open, so when they're open, you gotta dive on in. I know he retired at like indefinitely at one point and then came back, so you kind of never know. So that was one of the other reasons at the time that I subscribed to his Patreon, because he was no longer. He said he was indefinitely done doing these, like completed shells and lenses. So I was like, well, now I'm never gonna get one unless I sub. And it just like the cost benefit analysis just made sense. He gives you free files, all that stuff. I got a pumpkin bomb for free down in my case, which is super exciting because I'm gonna use it for a goblin spider cosplay. So yeah, expertly packed. Gives you a little cloth. You didn't have to do that. And padding. And padding if you need it. I'm gonna need that. Alright. Here's the reveal. You see it first. 3. Oh my god, it's got a fancy gloss to it. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Hua! Look at those puppies. Look at those bad boys. Are you Watching me, dude. All right, hold on. I know they look a little dark, but that's okay. I think that's because the cloth is under here. He has so. All right, with these, or with his lenses in general, there's like several different styles to pick from. Let me see. I might have to take off my gloves for this. Hold on. Okay, so got them out. As I was saying, with his lenses, they come in like a bunch of different styles. So I believe for these, I said give me the comic book style, but he's got a ton of different ways just to do the lenses themselves. There's the typical sort of just white mesh. There's a bunch of different ways. So yeah, for these, I just said let me try the comic book style. So here they are. I don't know how they look to you. For me, they look a little dark, but they do look friggin' immaculate. He also does things where, like, he adds to, I think, just about every one, if not every design that he releases for the lenses. He does a shutter style design, like the movies and the Insomniac games. He does, like, versions where they're beveled, like, there's usually, like, 4 different versions for any given set of lenses that he designs. For these, I intentionally chose the flat design. I just thought that would look cooler. Yeah, so that's right. So there's like a bevel, there's a rounded, there's like a shuttered, and then there's a flat design for pretty much every single lens that he designs, or frame that he designs. And then the lenses are mesh, glossy, I think comic are the 3 versions. So yeah, this is the comic style lens with the flat frame in a matte finish. He also has a glossy finish. I chose matte, I believe. And then for the shell, you can kind of already see it. It is a beautiful painted, finished chrome red to blend in with your suit better. These magnets are friggin' strong. He's got some great neodymiums in there. Pulling them out, I was like, oh god, I hope I don't break these. The inside has friggin' nose padding, which is, for me, that's amazing because that's the one place on my face that these always push down on. It's never the forehead. Also, I love that the holes just end in the forehead. They don't carry up to the top because that's nonsensical, because you're usually going to put padding somewhere in the forehead. Usually is where it ends up for me, or at the top of the head sometimes even. So that's immaculate. So there's padding in there. But the friggin' nose padding, dude, that is so awesome. The nose padding alone is friggin' sickening. You can see it's like indented, so the lenses fit flush. This is immaculate. So now I'm just hoping that the suit that I ordered fits with it, because this is friggin' nuts. So yeah, I'm gonna change into the other suit and see how they fit with it. Worst case scenario, they don't fit with it and then I use it for something else, but this is still this is sick. And then I'll show you some close-ups on it, but it's nuts. This is nuts. And here we are, the Ryan Ottley lenses. And my new Spider-Man Beyond suit, designed by Gunhead Studios. Or Gunhead Design, I guess. This is awesome. This is super exciting. And it fits amazingly. I'm not wearing any other padding in here other than the padding on the bridge of the nose and the sort of cheekbones. And it still feels incredibly comfortable. The shell is resting on top of my head, but it's not like pulling down. It doesn't feel like it's like pulling down or really hurting my head. Like, sure, maybe after a while it'd be a little whatever, and maybe put a little padding up here just to like even it out. But it's resting on the bridge of like my nose and like my cheekbones and like my face.
and it still feels really stinking comfortable. The visibility in these lenses is friggin' awesome. Like, there is just a slight darkening to everything, but the visibility is nuts. And I'm breathing pretty heavy in here because it's been a while since I've worn like a shell. Like I said, it's been months really since I've put a suit on. And I still can see, you know, they're not hardly fogged up. It's awesome. I have the window open, so like the cold air is coming in, and even then, it's still like fantastic. There's room right here for my chin. So really, I mean, if you probably get like, it's just on the cusp. So it might be just barely big enough to accommodate my head. Like, it just narrowly works. And that's probably more on me than on Sensational, by the way, because you do have to give head measurements, so I'm sure mine are like slightly different compared to his, even though I think we're roughly the same head size. Whatever. Regardless, though, I mean, I can't tell from a side profile how noticeable the sort of like adjustment here kind of is, because obviously my chin hangs just slightly lower, so maybe from the side profile it doesn't look very good. I'm sure I'll watch this back and be like, that doesn't look great. But from a front on, and even kind of from this side, from what I can tell from here, it looks pretty good. Like I said, even from front on, you know, you can really only tell once I start like talking that my chin slightly hangs below, which isn't a big deal. It is what it is. So yeah, it fits pretty good. I think you kind of have, I think in the case of like facials, you kind of have two sort of ways you can go about it. You can cut out the jaw so that you can talk, or you can have the jaw there, and then I think what I run into a lot of times on my other shells is that my jaw and my head are up here, and so I'm having to talk kind of like this. Like, I can't talk very well. Like, if I talk, it pulls down on the roof of my head, or it pulls against that fat padding. So I think you kind of have two things that you're going to deal with anyways. You're either going to have like a jawline that's cut out a little bit, and like you kind of you don't have to worry about that, and then you're only really showing through when you talk. Like, if I hold my jaw up and I don't talk, it's dang near flush, right? This is just resting. This is where my chin starts. Right? When I talk, you can slightly see it bob underneath. I kind of, at 33, will take that versus having the shells where it's like confined. Again, that could be on me, and my measurements were slightly off because I was trying to measure it myself, and I was using other measurements that somebody else had done for like an Anarchy cosplay helmet, I believe is what I used as like a supplement, because I was like, there's no way I'm going to measure this right anyways. So that could be on me and not on Sensational, by the way. I don't know. But either way, it looks amazing. It does. It fits perfect. It's super comfortable. I can breathe just fine in it, obviously. Even with my huffing and puffing, the visibility is still awesome. So that does it for this unboxing and review of Sensational's Ryan Ottley Faceshell and lenses. Like I said, I'm super excited, super happy with them. If you guys would like to get a pair for yourself, his Instagram will be linked down below. I know his slots are limited, but he does announce when they open up. I can not suggest his work enough. They are absolutely fantastic. I've been wearing them for about an hour now, I'm sure, and the visibility is still fantastic. They still feel comfortable on my face. They're awesome. Like I said, the only sort of like gripe or nitpick that I can make is that the comic like lenses are a little dark So if you're looking more for a vibrant white, I would suggest sticking to his like fog-free option or the glossy lens option. But like I said, for me, they don't bother me at all. They're, like I said, just like a slightly darker shade. But if you like that sort of like no holes, sort of very perfectly kind of, you know, mesh look, and you don't want to do it yourself, this is awesome. The only material I would argue that is better than this is chiffon fabric, but white chiffon can be a pain to work with also. Anyways, that is the only sort of nitpick or knock against them that I could possibly muster. But otherwise, like I said, he lives up to the type. Like I said, otherwise he does live up to the hype for what you're paying compared to other people, for other shells that I've owned and paid a lot more for. It's not even a contest, man. It's so good. It's so good. The shell, I do think, comes in like two options. I do think there's this the glossy red option, but I also think he does a black plasti dip, like textured version too. I could be wrong about that. He might have just switched over to the glossy, but I do believe that there is a cheaper alternative that he allows you to select. Well, actually, I know there is. I'm just not sure if that's it or if it's just like a matte black. I know I think there's three options. I think those are the three options. But yeah, so that will do it for this video, guys. Thank you for checking it out. Maybe I might do a suit reveal for this suit. I'm not honestly too sure. But otherwise, this will serve as it. It looks fantastic. Gunhead did a pretty good design on it. There is some weird oddities and quirks in the pattern, but overall, I'm over the moon because there's nothing I can really complain about. I don't need to do anything other than install the shoes. I don't need a different mask. I don't need nothing. Yeah. Woo! Alright! Comment, like, subscribe, do all the things if you want to do them. I don't care. Or you can trust the algorithm. You do you. There's about to be some stuff that pops up here when I go down here. Feel free to check them out. If not, I don't know. And until next time, have a good one. Says your friendly neighborhood multiverse Spider-Man. Okay, I'm excited. I'm feeling good. I'm good. Today's a good day. I hope your day's good. Or your evening. Or your afternoon. Or your twilight.